Okay, so afternoon guys, welcome to another episode of The Bearded Berserker with me, Matt. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic start to your week out there, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Even if you're working, hoping you have a good one. Now, as you probably know, I'm kind of only doing reviews for small brands, small companies, businesses and individuals, and not going into massive businesses and companies and brands and stuff like that. Only concentrating on the small stuff. I'm not going to keep continuously going into it every time, but smaller brands and products need our help much more than the massive brands. And because they're only smaller brands and have difficulty in getting their products out onto the market and obviously have to compete with these massive brands, I'm finding in all these reviews that I'm doing that they're putting a lot more time, effort, passion, love into their products in order to make them as best as they possibly can. And they need our support, because let's face it, without our support they're not going to bother, they're just going to disappear, and the only choice we're going to have left is these huge massive brands. So every review that I do is only going to be small brands, businesses, companies, etc. only. Now, I have done a review for these guys before. It's still on the channel if you want to go and check it out. That was the beard oil from To Dude, and the review is still live on that. So please feel free to go and have a look if you're interested in beard oil from To Dude. And this is another review from them. Now, before I start, huge massive thanks to each and every one of you that subscribed. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for watching the videos and liking them, because it really means a lot to me, because I'm just trying to help and showcase these small brands and products that are out there. And it's not about me, this channel. It's about obviously me growing a beard, but it's obviously about the brands and not myself. So it's not helping me, it's helping them. So with all the reviews that I do, and I'm not affiliated to any of the brands whatsoever, everything that I do is my own honest opinion. Like I say, I'm not affiliated to them, and I'm completely unbiased. So if a product comes through that I don't particularly like, or reasons why I don't like it, then I will constructively say so. And if I do love them, then I'm going to say. Now, with all the beard products, skin products, hair products that I do, I will score them out of 20 afterwards, okay? This is not an unboxing. I don't personally believe in unboxing videos, because you need to try the product to see what it's like, how it performs, how it smells and everything else, in order to build up a good picture of the actual product itself, as opposed to unboxing it and go, yeah, it looks nice, smells nice, don't know whether it works or not, but yeah. So that's what I do, which gives me an informed opinion on the products that I am testing. Now, if anybody out there does need any help at all, whether it's clothing, jewellery, anything, any small brands out there, crafts and everything, if you need a hand, please get in touch with me. I'm over on Instagram as Viking Beard Matt, and I'm also obviously on here, so send me a message over there, comment down below or email me or whatever. But here we go. So with all the reviews I do, we'll look at the packaging, we'll look at the products themselves, we'll look at the price on it, whether I think it's worth it, whether I think it works, and then we'll score it out of 20. As with all the reviews that I do, I will be putting links down below to To Dude, so please go check them out. They have a good range of products, a bit of something for everyone out there. And this is not purely a male review that I'm doing, because obviously females have hair and they can use this product as well. Because in a post a few days ago came through To Dude Wax. And basically they're a small brand that come from Sweden. They do a lot of hairstyling products and stuff like that. And this came through to me. Now, basically we're going to have a look at the box that it came in. It came in a little box like that. And these are all hand packaged and everything, not done in factories and stuff. It's got the little sort of tamper-proof label on it. Instructions for our very strong hair wax on the back as well. So the instructions there, barcode underneath, To Dude logo on the top. Inside was a To Dude Wax 10% discount-y, booklet-y, leaflet-y thingy. There you go, recycle and everything else, which is good, and 10% off. And inside of that, wrapped up in Residue tissue, was their wax. Now, I do like the way that they've packaged their wax and their oil. It's kind of the same bamboo-esque looking outside exterior casing to it, and with the actual wax itself, it's got Residue logo on the top, it's got the tamper-proof label on the side, the instructions on it, and what to use, ingredients, and everything else like that. And underneath it, and this is a 100ml tub, and it says in their description and instructions, and that basically it's a very strong styling wax. Now, I do like my pomades, I do like my clays, I do like my waxes and stuff like that. Ones that I'm not particularly keen on is hair gel. It's never been something that I've used. I've got kind of quite thin hair, so I do like using something that adds a bit of volume to it as opposed to gel, which just kind of sort of, I can't really seem to do much with that. Now, opening it up, I have actually used this. Comes in a whipped look. You can see where I've had some off on the side here, and it's got like it's actually a plastic container inside. Now, with waxes and stuff like that, obviously everything in life has a shelf life to it. When you put the when you're done with it, always make sure you screw the lid on fairly tightly, because you don't want wax drying out, otherwise it becomes pretty unworkable and hard to work with. Now, the scent on this, they say it's kind of like a woody, almost piney scent. I know what it smells like because I've obviously smelt it before. And it has slightly got a woody scent to it, but it's also got what I would only describe as a barbershop sort of smell. If you can imagine going into a clean barbershop, that sort of smell and scent from the products in there and the solutions that they use, it smells, to me, in my opinion, very similar to that. Has got slight woody notes to it. Not an unpleasant smell, but a very clean, clinical sort of smell to it. Not clinical as in the hospital, but a very clean scent to it. Now, this wax, for my hair, talk about my hair, that may be slightly too much. That is literally all that I am using. Now, with this stuff, it does set because it's a wax. It's really good for styles, whether you kind of want to slick it back, do your pompadours and stuff like that, spiky, all sorts of styles and bits and pieces. The cool thing as well is it's 100% natural, and it's got no residue on it. Don't get me wrong, I like my pomades and that whole kind of wet looky sort of thing as well, but this isn't a petroleum based thing. I have found out when I've been using it that it does wash out very easily. It's not leaving any white flakes or residue in my hair once I have styled my hair and stuff like that. I'm just going to scrape this back on because obviously I have done my hair using it this morning. And it's quite a blustery day out there. You will notice as you do run it through your hands that it does actually get really, really hard and almost tacky. And then after around about sort of 10 minutes or so, I'm using it. I've applied it onto dry hair. It does harden up. I'm going to put the lid on that because I don't want to get it everywhere. It's not a cream or anything like that. Like I say, it is a solid wax. Not that I was saying it was going to spill out because obviously it's a wax. So you don't need a lot of it at all. Now, one of the cool things about this as well that I like, the same that you can do with pomades, is it is reworkable as well. You put a little bit of warm water in your hands with it, just put the warm water through your hands, and that will go back again. As you can see, my hair at the moment has got it's quite a windy day out there. I've literally just been in town, see the other half on her lunch, come back, and it's in exactly the same as pretty much when I left it, which is nice. Because sometimes you do want that control and everything when you go out, that you don't want to have to continuously kind of keep reworking it, but it is reworkable either using a comb or just wet fingers through your hair, and it does harden up again. It is quite good. It's 100% natural as well, and there's no animal testing on it, because why the hell animals should be having hair wax and stuff like that on them. I'm not going to do a list of ingredients on there because it was quite a complicated list, but they do list all the ingredients on their website. There was nothing harmful or anything in there. And I have to say, price point of this, for 100 mils, this is one of these tubs, £20.99. Now, I know that sounds quite expensive when you consider other prices of hair waxes and stuff like that, but I have to admit, this is possibly one of the best waxes I've ever used. Like I say, I normally use clay and pomades in my hair. This is the kind of first wax that I've literally almost used, and it is stunning stuff. Remember when you are using it that you can always add more to it, you can't take out, so just use a small amount to start with, a pea size or less than that, depending obviously how long your hair is. It is going to last you a long while. It's not going to be something that after a week it's like, oh, well, that's done, that's finished with. And the cool thing is afterwards, because I'm all about recycling, upcycling and stuff like that, is it's a very nice pot that I'm going to use to keep guitar picks in and change and all sorts of bits and pieces in it. And it does look very nice sitting there on the shelf, especially with the bottle of beard oil next to it. So I do like the packaging on it. Might be slightly over the top packaging. I mean, don't get me wrong, they could just quite as simply put it in either plastic or glass jar container or something like that. I do appreciate the design of it and what they have done and the way that it looks. It does look a very nice product, both of them. These are the only two from To Do that I've actually tried, but the wax, I know it's $20.99 for 100 mil, but it is going to last you a long while. I'm not having any problems with clumps of it in my hair, flakes of it, no sort of like residue and stuff like that. It is easy to restyle, and I think it's really good. And I'm going to score this Go, everyone's sitting there going, oh, what's he going to score? What's he going to score? I like the scent on it. I like the packaging on it. It does feel like a decent product. It's not a cheap product. Still got residue of it on the hand. I know it says no residue, but that means there's no sort of like white flakes and stuff. But I can even feel it where I've just had it on my hand, put it through there. I can still feel the wax on there. So it's a good product. I'm going to score it a straight up 19 out of 20. Reason I'm scoring it 19 out of 20, it's absolutely stunning. It's a great product. It works really, really well. It's very similar to a clay. But I will possibly stick with using a pomade because I do obviously have very fine hair and I do kind of need it plastered back a little bit. But it's a very good product. That's only my opinion. I find it brilliant, and if you do like your waxes and your clays for your hair, this is going to suit you down to the ground. I highly recommend it to anyone, and anyone out there that doesn't like it, it's kind of like I don't know why, because it is a really great product, and I really do appreciate them sending that through for me to have a look at. Don't get me wrong, 19 out of 20 is the best that I can possibly give it, because I'm not trying to justify myself here because I don't need to, but I will possibly carry on using a pomade or maybe a clay than this, because it is a very strong hold, but it's great stuff. Like I say, I've got it in my hair now. I can't complain about it at all. But 19 out of 20, fantastic. Now with the product, you will need to keep an eye on it because it's such a good product and it's selling really, really well. They do run out of stock from time to time. I've been talking to them this morning and they've said that from the end of April they should have no more problems or issues with that. They are out of stock of it at the moment. I will be putting links down below on their website, so keep an eye out because as soon as they run out they're getting ready with more coming in and everything, so they're never out of stock for long. But it's a fantastic product. I love the packaging, I love the way it looks. Straight up 19 out of 20, great stuff, and obviously a great deal of time, effort and care has been put into creating this. So thank you very much for the dude for sending that through. That's absolutely amazing. I am going to check up on the website actually to see if you do any pomades, because it'd be interesting, very interesting for me to see if you I don't know whether you do a pomade, to be honest, I have not checked, but if you haven't done a pomade, to see what you come up with, because if it's anything like the wax, I'm sure it will be a stunning product. But thank you very much for that. Like I say, I will be putting links down below to the dude, so please go check them up either for their beard oil, hair products, or their wax and everything. And I hope you enjoyed that review. Now, funnily enough, I have another review coming up tomorrow. And so please stay tuned for that one. But thank you guys. I hope you're enjoying what I am doing. Any comments whatsoever, please feel free to leave them down below. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode from the Bearded Berserker. So keep on taking care of each other, keep on loving each other, keep on looking after each other, keep on growing those beards. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of the Bearded Berserker. Have a great afternoon, guys. Thank you.